What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Protective Film Solutions. As you can see, it is nighttime and nobody's here in the shop but me. Actually, it's later than just nighttime. It's well, let's see. It's past midnight. Well, don't look at the Vulcan. Look at the time. So we are here after hours, after hours, and there's a good reason for that. So this is actually the first full week of the shop. So happy 2020 to all of you. Happy New Year's, and thank you again for watching the channel. I'm here today and I'm filming late at night because we have a bunch of cars in the back right now. And, you know, we always have hypercars, supercars here, but we have 3 hypercars in particular that are super rare. And we, of course, have the exclusive to work on them. So I want to show you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes before these cars go out and get on the road. While we were up here, I think you guys have seen our showroom, which we just expanded this whole side of the building back in September. So Ryan and Danny, the owners of PFS, both my bosses, decided to go ahead and expand our facility. So this was Ryan's old office. We literally just put a hole in the wall. This is my office now, actually. Put a hole in the wall and took over all this over here. And they completely gutted out and remodeled it to give you guys a customer lobby. So while you're waiting to pick up the cars, we have an area to sit, watch racing, watch DD, some of the vlogs. You got coffee, soda, water, all that fun stuff. Of course, we got our partners at Vorsteiner. We have the wheels on display. We do offer wheels in-house. So we have these out. This is Logan's front desk area. So this is where he mans the front. And of course, we do have our PFS Galans aftercare products, which are available on our website. So if you need anything to keep your cars clean after you pick them up from us, we do have you covered for that. So take a look at our website for that. And speaking of website, as you can see, I'm wearing some PFS merch. I got the hoodie and the hat, which I wear way too much. We've got all the shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, beanies, everything you need. So if you guys want some PFS merch, take a look at our website. So without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and show you in the back. The way we have our shop set up, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, is we have it divided into 3 shops. So this is the new area that we took over about 4 or 5 months ago now. So this is where we're going to have our tint bay. So like on this G63 for our boy Bowie, we're doing the front window tint on it right now. This is basically where all the tint action goes down. You need to make sure you have an extremely clean environment for tint, so everything's all sealed off. It doesn't share in a location with garage bays that are constantly going up or anything like that. So Tristan's our tint guy. He absolutely kills it with all the tint and Clearplex. We have our boy Sony's car. You guys have seen this car before. It is a Acura Nsx with the high ossifer license plate. That is super infamous. This car is awesome. He had an epic plan and idea for the build, and he partnered with us and Skeppel to go and design the wrap, install it, and of course he's got a bunch of other mods on it. And Sony just got the mod bug because he's tracking his car now. He's done autocross and he's a lot of fun. He told me he just finished his first track today and he had a lot of fun with that. So I'm excited to see him out on track with us in Project Aston. So we're going straight to the first hypercar, guys. We have a McLaren Senna GTR from our friend Nick at McLaren Newport Beach. So I don't know if you guys have seen this car before on their showroom, but right now this car is all black, and Nick has a good eye and a good eye for detail. His idea with this car is to go ahead and do the James Hunt livery, which is just subtle accents all over the car. It's going to be red, yellow, and blue. Then, of course, we're going to have some race numbers, some of the partner logos and sponsorship companies on there. And this thing is nuts. So you guys can see inside, it's got the full race steering wheel, the saw belt seats, and this thing's no joke. We've gotten our fair share of Sennas. Obviously, this is our first Senna GTR, as this car's not easy to transport. Between the rear diffuser and that front lip, it's almost impossible to move around. So our friends at Mr. C's Towing, of course, hooked us up. And even with their lowest flatbed, this thing was still very, very close from the front, from taking off the flatbed. So you guys have seen the GTR in some of the videos. Obviously, you can see the much more aggressive rear diffuser, which is one of my favorite parts on the car. You got the 2 rain lights, the exposed tow hook. Of course, the rear wing, you have this full carbon fiber blade that goes down the side. Of course, the inside, you have the seats, the steering wheel, the suspension, everything's a little bit lower. The whole full nose, this front end, all of that new carbon fiber aero is added on there. Of course, another exposed tow hook, a little bit more venting and canards. This thing does not go up very high. So the front end of this car, this camera can barely even catch it. It doesn't give you much room to work with. So this car, I love to see. I love everything race inspired on exotic cars. And this is the ultimate now. It is for sale, guys. So it's probably not going to last. And by the time this video is out, I don't even know if it's still going to be available for sale. But if it is, go see our boy Nick at McLaren Newport Beach. He'll take really good care of you. And this car is going to look completely different, sporting that James Hunt livery. So can't wait to see how that comes out. We've got four Lamborghinis. 3 of them are in this room right now. One of them is right here. This is for our boys Frank and Jeff at Raging Bull. Their client's looking to get some gold accents to kind of complement those new 24 karat center lock rings that they just did for him. So this car is going to get a little bit of gold accents all over around the carbon trim. I can't really show you too much right now because this is an ongoing project. We have another Aventador Sv, which, close your eyes if you own a Lamborghini, because sometimes it's hard to see these cars torn apart. There's so much work that goes into it. But we've got the best techs in the business, and they know what they're doing. So I would never be able to touch this car and tear it apart like they do, but these guys do this all day long. So this car actually had a satin black vinyl wrap on it, and it's going back to the factory satin silver. And then this one's gonna be available for sale. I have another Aventador, which I cannot show you guys on camera. Guys, we do get a lot of clients who are private, and we have to respect their privacy. So this one is a no social media car, and that doesn't mean just temporarily, that means altogether. So part of our business is we do have the pleasure of working with celebrities, high profile clients, and we greatly appreciate the business. So we will not show this one on camera, but I can tell you that it's getting a full color change, and it looks really good. So anyways, this is basically our wrap side. You can see the wrap wall over here where we can show some of the colors. Most of the colors that we have, guys, these are just leftovers. We're gonna be ordering everything per your vehicle. So well, I just gave you a glimpse of what's in here. So yes, I don't know how it happened, but we have our second Vulcan. Guys, they only make 24 of these in the world, and this is number 2 for us. And number 2 within about a month and a half. The Vulcan is by far my favorite car ever. I don't know if I like the red better than the blue. I think I do, but this thing is nuts. Obviously the mirrors are off right now, so it looks a little strange. We have it taped up because we're going to be going over and making sure it's perfect before this receives a full body expel Ultimate Plus PPF. We got the car a little bit early, so it's going to be sitting here on a maintainer, just kind of chilling for all of us to kind of admire in the background, but this thing is gorgeous. You guys saw the last Vulcan we had in one of the previous videos. That one had the Pro Kit. This one does not. So the Pro Kit has the carbon fiber that extends out to the bottom on here on the rear wing. It has on the front, it has the carbon fiber louvers up here. And then it has the extra canards. And then I know that it's running slicks on the Pro. And I think the suspension's also tweaked just a little bit. But this thing is just epic. I've seen a bunch of videos of this car online in the past, only because I'm an absolute Aston Martin nerd where I'm always looking at these cars, especially the Vulcan and anything that's race related. So, man, I could literally look at this car all day, which I'm not going to bore you guys with. But love the Vulcan. As you guys know, my goal for 2020 is to figure out a way to afford a new 2019-2020 Vantage and do a Vulcan style build on it, which is going to be extremely expensive. And well, we'll see how this year goes. And speaking of Vantage, we have a 2020 Aston Martin Vantage, and this is a factory stealth paint from the manufacturer. So even though part of the car already has some stealth clear bra on it to maintain it, this is actually the factory look on the car. It's a 2020, and the way you know that is because it does have the hood openings. Of course, the rear taillights, this has the clear taillight option, quad exhaust. So this one is, again, mid-process of going full body stealth on it. And I'm excited to see how this turns out. I love the stealth look. My car now is black, and I'm kind of debating if I want to stick to the black theme or maybe go with the gray, or, you know, we're going to do a full body wrap on it if I get that car anyway. So next car over, we have a 992. This is the 911 Carrera 4S. So we've gotten maybe close to 20 of the 992s now. And obviously, the guys, you can see that the back end has changed. It has the different third brake light. Back here's all different. And then the biggest change on this car was the interior. And right now you can see it's really nice. So the 992, it's back and forth. A lot of my clients are saying they don't like it. Some of them are saying they do like it. Here's how I look at it right now. The 992 is absolutely a better interior on the car. The facelift, kind of subtle. There's some small things on there that I do enjoy. Otherwise, I think I'm still sold on the 991.2 platform. But again, way out of my budget anyway, so what do I know? We've got a Rolls-Royce. We did a blackout package on it, and this one's getting a clear ball to finish protecting that front end. These cars are great cruiser cars. I've moved around the parking lot and stuff, and I've delivered one or two of these before, and they ride like a couch on wheels. They're super comfortable cars, extremely nice and well put together. And I think I already showed you guys, we have the third hypercar that I was talking about. So this car, if you don't already know, this is the famous Bugatti Chiron HellBee. And if you guys, some of you guys know already, we did a full body XPEL on it about 2 years ago. It was on top of the graphic. So this, before all this design right here, that used to be just graphics that we did. Ryan's good friends with the owner of this car, and a few years ago they basically got that done. He decided that he liked it so much that he had this car flown back to the Bugatti factory and had it all repainted. So the way you look at this car is paint. It is not vinyl. So once we just got it back last week, it came straight to us, and we did a full body XPEL Ultimate on it. As you can see, we got the XPEL plug and of course the PFS logo. The owner proudly represents that. We appreciate that. But this thing's a badass car. And this one is actually just got completed. It's getting picked up at about 4 hours, 4 in the morning, and it's going to be sent to Barrett Jackson. And no, it's not for sale. It's just going to be there in attendance at the XPEL booth. So if you're in the Arizona area, definitely go take a look at that. Another special car. One of our 4GT clients just picked up a 2020 GT500. And of course, he did it right with the red paint, white stripe, and it matches his 4GT. This thing is stunning. Logan and I saw the first one at Monterey Car Week, which I think it sold for something like $1 million or something crazy. These are starting to roll out finally. This is the first one that we've seen. And we are about to do a full nose on the clear bra. And then we're going to do some updates on the stripes to make sure that it's to the customer's liking. But this thing is really, really clean. And as you can see on the interior now, it's very similar to the 4GT where it has that center knob. And of course, it's got the paddles now. Same thing. Some people don't like that it's a paddle shift transmission and they miss the manual. But what are you going to do? Great car, and I'm really excited to be working on this one. We've got a Porsche Targa. This one got a full body XPEL on it. It's going to get final inspections, go over to our window tint bay tomorrow and get that finalized. Love these cars. Porsche and Tesla makes up about 50% of the cars coming in. I hate to say the routine, but they are. Great cars. Our guys love to work on them because they're so routine that it makes it easier to work on a daily basis. So great cars. We've got an Acura Nsx, obviously the second one. This one's getting some miscellaneous clear bra done, get the emblems back on, get full inspections done before the weekend so our client can enjoy it. NSXs, we don't get a whole lot of them. I think they're great for the money. At one point, the manufacturer was offering, I think, $40,000 off of MSRP, which seems like a great buy. So love these cars. Got my client's 488 Pista, which he did a amazing job having us choose some graphics and some accents on it. So this car came to us, it was completely white. Customer wanted to do the full Expel Stealth. So as you can see, compared to maybe the NSX, this has a full kind of frozen look. So we did a full body Stealth on it, which gives it that look. He had us do the roof in a satin black vinyl wrap, so it kind of gives it that two-tone look. It makes it a lot sleeker as well, which came out really good. And even though he doesn't have the carbon fiber accents, I actually prefer this with the, they call it the stripper or base model. I like the black accents on there. So it's got the black wheels on there, and of course that contrasts against the roof. And then he went ahead and did his race number on there, his company logo, and then we finalized the whole thing with the number on the hood. And this one's just chilling out right now, and we're gonna send this back with Mr. Steez in the next day or two for him to enjoy. I sent him photos, and he was so excited because he had this vision, but you don't really know what your car's gonna look like until it's done in person. You can do renderings and you can look up images in Photoshop, but until you really see it in person, you don't really know how it's gonna look. Bmw X5, this car just got a ceramic coating annual maintenance. As you guys know, Glon Ceramic is our in-house product that we developed a few years ago. It's based out of Germany, and we've been using it since then. Love the product, works so well, and this one, it's super slick. So the annual maintenance makes sure that your car stays slick for another year to come. So this one just finished up earlier in the day, and it'll be ready to go in the morning. We got our boy JT's Gt3 Rs. This car, he's tracked a bunch of his McLarens and other cars in the past. He just picked up this car, I think a few weeks back. It's got a full body Expel on it, just doing some final touch-ups on it. I believe we did Expel tint, some clear plex to protect the windshield, and we'll be able to see this car out on track. Hopefully I can go out with him soon because we keep missing the dates out there. I took Ryan's McLaren one day and he was out there I think the next day. And then I took the Aston another day and he was there with the 720 the next day. As you guys know, we get a lot of Teslas in. This is getting a full body Stealth. This is the perfect opportunity to see how that looks. So as you can see, the doors already have Stealth, whereas the rear does not. So this is the factory gloss paint. Now showing all the Stealth on there, so it gives it that kind of sinister frozen look. And as you guys can see, perfect example, Teslas don't have, they're not known to being the most curvy cars. They're kind of little square boxes. So what you can see Stealth does is look at the different layers. So you have here, 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 here. So all of this transition, it's more prominent now with Stealth. What it does is Stealth Clear Bra is a satin finish. So what it'll do is it'll bring out different body lines. So you can see some shine on some areas, some flatness on other areas. So it gives more definition, it makes cars look more aggressive. Cars like Teslas can absolutely use it because, as we know, they're great cars, but you know, they're, I hate to say, kind of boring to look at. So this car is about midway through. We've got our boy, he's got his SVJ in full construction. This car is receiving a little bit of everything. So we're doing a Expel Clear Bra on it, and we're also doing the new product that just came out, which is also PPF. This black stuff right here, this car was white before. This is all PPF. That is not vinyl wrap. So this is still a testing phase for us. The product's been out for a little while now, and this is the first one we're using it on. The customer was too excited to have us wait, so he wanted us to use it on his car, and this is his personal baby. We're going to be doing a few gold touches ups on it, so we're going to have the calipers matching the manifold up there, and so it'll have a kind of a two-tone black and white with gold accent look, and this thing is going to be rad. I love the SVJs. I think they're so over the top looking. The aero on it looks so good, from the rear diffuser, the wing, obviously the side scoops, the side skirts. The car's just so aggressive. The one downside on these cars, the Aventador, I'm 6'4" and I barely fit in it. So looking over your shoulder to get over in lanes and stuff, not the best visibility for me. But again, that's way out of my budget anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. The Range Rover, so this is getting a full body Clear Bra. Yes, you do need to protect your SUVs as well. Whether you decide to do the full nose, which is just the front bumper, hood, fenders, mirror backs, and headlights, that's up to you. This one's getting a full body because he's been driving the car a lot. So this one's about midway through, and we'll get done with that soon. So in this room over here, there's a car I cannot show you, but so again, another special hypercar project in this room. I'm not going to show you guys the car, but we'll show you a little glimpse of some of the carbon fiber that's on there. I think that's just enough. So in this room, this is where we do our paint corrections and ceramic coatings. This car I can show you right now. We do get people's daily drivers. Again, the trucks, the SUVs, you still got to get it protected. This car, he chose to go with the ceramic coating over the factory Toyota cement gray, I believe it's called. So it's nice and slick and good to go. This thing's an absolute beast. Super rad setup. It's got the off-road wheels and tires, and it's got, look at this, it's got Volk rays on it, and of course King suspension. Super rad. The T37s are one of my favorite wheels, and it's always cool to see it on cars where it feels like they don't belong on. So props to this guy for absolutely killing it with this car. But yeah, this one, it looks like it's just going to be curing overnight, and then it'll be good to go. Again, can't show you this car over here, but you guys got a glimpse of some of it. So we're going back over to the main shop. So as I mentioned before, guys, our shop is divided into threes. We have our paint corrections and ceramic coatings in the first area. This, as you can see, is where all the clear bra action goes down. Some of the cars that are here right now is just kind of in a holding phase before they start working, go on the lifts. Otherwise, usually it's all clear. And then over there, we have our vinyl wraps. So a little bit about the behind the scenes work. As I continue doing these videos, I would like to show you guys mid-process on some of the installs, so you can really see how it goes down. Again, it's really hard during the day to film, but I will try to eventually get there. But in the meantime, I hope you guys do like what you see on here, because some of these cars, again, just like the Vulcan, you just don't see them. And again, I can look at these cars all day long, and that's why I'm back here at midnight. And oh, and you see the no social media on here. So guys, some of these cars that we put the stickers on, there's two ways that can go. These we have on there, so when people come in, they don't take photos, post it, and get that out before we post it online before the customer. The second way we have the stickers is if a customer, such as the Lamborghini on the other first shop I showed you, if they just don't want the car on camera at all, again, totally respect that. So we have the stickers for both reasons, depending on what the customers allow us to do. Most of the customers are very cool with allowing the cars on camera. You're gonna see these cars on the street anyways, so everyone's really cool about it. But again, we wanna respect everyone's privacy, and we're just lucky to be able to work on all this stuff. So before we close shop and I head home, I think there's one more thing that we can do, which might be kind of interesting. I got a Volkswagen key. See what it goes to. Oh, okay. I think we'll do a quick cold start of the Bugatti Chiron HellBee. And I've moved this car around a few times. Only myself and Ryan are able to move some of the high-end cars. We're insured for it, so I love doing it, but usually it's midday, so I don't really get to take it in. So we will do a nice cold start of the Bugatti so you guys can hear it. Of course, you can see the inside. It's got the steering wheel protection and the seat cover right now, but this thing is just wicked. It has that traditional kind of C that goes around on there. And of course, the whole interior is black and yellow with the carbon fiber accents. So without further ado, let's get in here. And let's see here. Such a smooth sound. The Bugatti, the startup is not violent like some of the other cars. The McLaren rattle, the Lamborghini snap. But boy, does it sound good. Of course, exposed engine up here, the W16. And of course, the license plate, HellBee. And if you guys have seen this car before, you know it's got a stablemate Hellbug, and of course the Bugatti Gran Turismo. So again, once you guys see this car again, it'll be in Scottsdale. So we're all done. I think this is gonna do it for today. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the time. The reason why I'm here at midnight is because of you guys, and I hope you guys liked the video. We've got a lot more coming soon, and please subscribe below and hit like. We'll see you guys next time.